Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to what is going to be another fun but cute launch day today here on Crafters TV. My name is Craig Laird. I'm not often on this side, but it's been a lot of fun earlier on today on Wake Up Call, and actually the last couple of days being here, stepping in, helping the guys help out, while some of the other ones take a little bit of a break. But these guys, they're going to be back soon. Joe's going to be back on Saturday, and then Ben will be back in, well, maybe about a couple of weeks or so. Anyway, this is all about launch day, as I say. This was phenomenally popular and busy within Wake Up Call, and this is our cute character stamp and die collections here. Now, we're going to give you a full overview just shortly as to what you're going to be getting. We're going to go over the details as well just shortly. I have to tell you now, this is just 1 minute past 2 here in the UK, so a minute into launch day. We did feature them within Wake Up Call. A third of the stock has gone already. A third of the stock. So although we did say in Wake Up Call, I did say that these will last throughout launch day. We just don't know just as of yet because they have been that busy. So what we're going to do before we go in and have a look at all the details, let's have a look, let's see what we're going to be doing with the one, the only, and kind of like my partner in crime the last few days, certainly, within last week as well. It's Corrine, how are you doing?
I'm doing really, really well. Aren't these fantastic? I can really see why these have been so popular. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're over-the-edge dies. They're stamps that you can use however you want to use them. They are so versatile, and I think that is why. Do you say a third?
Third.
A third has gone already 2 minutes into the launch show. We said it would be busy.
We did.
Didn't think it'd be this busy, but yeah, you're going to absolutely love it. So you're going to be able to create some gorgeous, gorgeous over-the-edge characters. So you can see this one from our Positivity. Come on, help me out.
Positivity.
Positivity. Perfect. I was trying to do it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what you can see is how it does is it cuts it over the edge. You can see there, and then it sits on the top of your card. But you can cut them out completely if you want, just like we have there. Isn't he lovely with all the little animals? So you're thinking about what occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, just because, you know, there are so many reasons to use these. Oh, I love that sort of theatre. That reminds me of Punch and Judy, doesn't it?
It does actually, doesn't it? Yeah.
With that straight. Or how about off the edge? Now, this isn't a zigzag card, but it could quite easily be a zigzag card, couldn't it? Sitting across the top. Oh, now, if you're loving that background and you think, oh, I don't have any of that paper. No, that's the stamps that come with it. So you can create your own background papers. You know, you don't have to do so much. And by backing it on the back just there, can you see we've put a piece of card over the back? This is a really strong card now. It feels really, really robust. Oh, there, mixing. Yes, mixing. No, it's the squirrels and the deer. So I was thinking it was the other animals. Yeah, but you could mix and match your animals completely if that's what you wanted to. And you know, you've got sentiments, you've got little accessories, you've got all the bits that you're going to need.
Absolutely, you do. Well, you're going to find throughout a lot of their finished samples as well. I'm going to throw a little bit of a curveball in for Johnny. Johnny and Charlotte are in the gallery as well. You're going to find lots of the samples have been made using our white multi-purpose cardstock. Check that out across on the website. Get that into your basket. Get that in. That is going to be, if you've seen Wake Up Call or you've been watching the last few days, you'll know about the add more, save more. That ends today. So that's the sort of thing you want to check that out as well. I always like to reference the fact of our white multi-purpose cardstock. It's exactly the same. It is the white smooth stamping card. It's just, as we always say, we use it for a multitude of reasons, and that's why we renamed it to make it easier for you guys at home. So I did see a couple of questions on Facebook yesterday asking about that. Is it new? Is it different? What is? It's the same, but you can still use it for all your different techniques, hence the name. So here we go. Let's have a look at all of these in a lot more detail. Cute character stamp and die collection. In total, you're getting 125 elements. Today's price being £48.93 or $62.95. Awesome, fab, launch day collection. Everyone gets 20% saving. But if you're platinum, that's then going to come down to £39.14, or for you guys stateside, $50.36. The option is there for you guys across Central Europe. You just need to go to yourwebsite.eu. All your prices in euros are going to be there. If you are new to us and you've not joined Club Inspire as of yet, it's free to join. We'll go over it later on in the show as well as Cartload later on. And sign up, as I say, it's free. And within your first order, you can see the details along the bottom there. Your very first order, you're going to get 20% off, which means you're going to get it for the platinum price. So even although it's a launch day item, you're going to get them at that platinum price as well. Then you've got your additional benefits on top, which we'll talk you through later on in the show. But here we go. Already comments are coming in thick and fast. Pamela, Lisa, Sarah, Mary, just a few. So we'll read out the comments as we're going, but let's dive in. Have a look at this full collection here when it comes to our cute character animal stamp and die, or cute character stamp and dies. They are animals, but they're cute and they're characters. They're fun. Being the positively perfect. Don't know if I quite got it right there. Close, close. But you've got the cats and you've got the dogs. Now, what's really lovely about these ones here, within each character, so for instance, the cats, you've got two cats. So you've got the cat sitting proudly, and then your cat just kind of like having a little stretch or a way to play with the ball that you can see there, or the bowl of wool, in which you've got that one included at the top there as a stamp. But same with the dog, you've got them sitting proud there, and you've got them sniffing the ground as if they are having a play. They're sniffing for the treats that they've hid in the gardens. But then what Corrine was showing you, how you can then use all these accent ones to then create your own backgrounds if you want, or additional embellishments if you want to. Lots of things that you can be doing with them. So that is the positively perfect. Then we've got some Bunny Loves You. So within this one, you've got the bunny rabbit, and of course you've got the little mouse. So each four, you've got your die to work with them. Now, Corrine will show you again these later on, how they actually work, in actual fact, just in a few moments. The die cuts all the way around, but not along the bottom. That enables it to sit proud on the top of your card. Or as we were talking about in Wake Up Call, last night on my Facebook page, I done, can you believe it, a near 3-hour Facebook Live of our mini memories. And instead of using the page divider dies, why not use these instead? Yes, the characters would be sitting at an angle, but it would still be quite good as a little page divider if you wanted to. You could be doing that. Then what we've got is Reach for the Sky. So we have got our zebra, and also we've got our giraffe there. All your additional embellishment stamps as well, even with the dies, of course. We've got an Elephantastic Day. An Elephantastic Day. Don't quite get that. Elephantastic Day. Okay.
Fantastic day.
An Elephantastic Day.
You put your breath in the wrong place. Have a fantastic day. Hell of a fantastic day.
Do you know, I'm not taking the flak for this. I'm just reading what they've written on the board just there. They put an Elephantastic Day.
Okay.
There we go. Who wrote that one? I don't know on that one. Anyway, so a little bit of fun there, but yeah, we've got the elephant, we've got the hippo as well. Many of these characters are even I've not seen before in any of our collections. For instance, the hippo a moment ago. We've got Pride and Joy there, so we've got the lion, we've got the tiger. No bears, oh my, but you know, you might have bears from other collections that you want to use elsewhere. We've got the birdies, and we've also got the bees. We've got the additional embellishments within that one there. I just walked right into that one, and I never realised what I said until I said it. We've then got the cows, and we've got the sheep. I could have done a really fantastic demo earlier on with the sheep within Wake Up Call, so you can go back and have a look at that at your heart's content. After launch day, of course. We've got Nuts About You, so we've got the little deer, we've got the little squirrel as well. That's squirrel, not swirl. And we've got Utterly Amazing here. So another two, we've got the otter, and we've also got the beaver, something that I've never seen before within any of our collections. So the same concept runs for all of these ones. You've got your character stamps, you've got all your additional embellishments that are going to work and coordinate with each of the characters. You've got the die to go with them, but then cross them over, use them together. Bring in what myself and Corrine brought you on Friday, and that was the launch day of our Animals with Attitude. Have a play with them as well. You've got the 9 full sets that we can see just at the side, £48.93, £62.95. That's today's price, saving 20%. 20%. The best saving is always in that main bundle. However, if you can only reach for a select few, we do have an option where you can go for 3. So you can cherry pick what 3 that you want, £18 or $23 if you want to go for just the 3 of them. I always do is I apologise to you guys stateside. I always throw in a cheeky little here in the UK. Remember as well, if you're over, is it £30, isn't it? You've got your open pay, clear pay, open pay. There's that many nowadays, Corrine. You know, well, I won't go into all of them, but there's lots of different ones.
Clear pay.
We've got clear pay here available in the UK. You can check that out across on the website. Right, before we go across to a demo with Corrine, let's have a look at our Add More, Save More. So many of you, I believe, were taking advantage of this one yesterday. Many of you actually took advantage with it here in the UK when it comes to the Rose Gold Gemini. So this is the Add More, Save More. There we go, caught me out in that one. Now, when it comes into our website, when you add items to your basket, if you add one item, when you come to the checkout and you go to the promo code, add April 1, capital letters, April 1, you're going to save 15%. If you add 2 items into your basket, pop April 2 in the promo code, you're going to save 16%. If you add 3 items into your basket and add promo code 13, no, start that again, add 3 items into your basket and add April 3, you're going to save 17%. If you add 4 items into your basket into the promo code add April 4, you're going to save 18%. And you guessed it, when it comes to 5 items or more, add April 5 into the promo code and you're going to save 20%. Already Carol Vorderman across on the other side there was doing our mathematician earlier on when it comes to the to the maths when it comes to all the different
I was just trying to work out
times.
that we're saying it's £48.93, but you're already going to save an extra 15% on that, so that's another £4.80 and another £2.40. Yeah, a lot more off.
Yeah. To done all that, me and Johnny,
you're going to get another £7.20 off that, even if you're not in the Inspire Club.
yeah, me and Johnny were just like, yes, I should have done all that even before we got our calculator out. Just briefly as well, for you guys stateside, Carol Vorderman is a mathematician when it comes to TV presenting. Mathematician. No, not that. No magic with numbers. Mathematician. Yeah. No, I did mean to say that. Yeah. Here in the UK, anyway. So there's the brains when it comes to maths, which is when it comes to Corrine, because we don't have the brains when it comes to maths. And I'm speaking for myself and Johnny. Love you, Johnny, but we're the same. We're the same. Anyway,
we all have our own talents.
We do. Mine's is not maths, and clearly mine's is not English either some of the times when it comes to some of the words I come up with. Here we go, Corrine. These are absolutely fab. You've done 2 incredible demos earlier on. Everyone loved what we're going to be doing now.
Right, so we're going to start with some bunny special. So I'm going to use all 4 of them, and I'm going to show you how they can pop above the top of the card. Now this is, where's my ruler gone? So I've got a ruler here. So this is 19.5 centimetres or just over 7.5 inches in width. So if you want to just do 2 characters, you can have a little square box card. Do you see what we've seen? If you put 3,
yeah,
you can put, but just make sure you leave a bit of a gap. I'm leaving about a finger's width between, depends how big your fingers are, doesn't it? But you know what I mean? You're just about a finger's width, because if you think about it, you're going to fold it over, and if you don't leave enough gap, it's not going to be stable enough. True, so there we go. Yeah. Now, this is 18 centimetres high, so I've marked my 9 centimetre point in inches. That's 3.5 inches exactly. Okay. So I'm just going to get a piece of card. So this is just a piece of card I've got at the side of me for something else, and I'm just going to hold it across there. Because this, to me, if you don't get them straight, it's not going to look right when you bring it together. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is bring each one down, because when I look at that, that to me looks straight, but you've got to make sure that your 2 base pieces are on the line.
Very true,
because
yeah,
they've got a little bit of an angle to them. So I'm going to put my first one there, and I'm going to put some tape on.
So that's a good tip. Look at the base of the die, where the 2 points of the die ends. Don't look at the actual image or the outline of the image. Look at the 2 points of the die.
And we were talking earlier about whether you stamp first or die cut first. Now with these, the stamps obviously come down below that line. True. So it would actually, I think it would actually be quite difficult to stamp first, because you wouldn't know where that point is going to be, where they're going to sit on the line, if you follow me. Yeah, so you wouldn't know whether you've done them low enough, too low, or what have you. You know, so there you go. They're not necessarily perfectly spaced, but I know they're all level, and that's the main thing for me. So there you go. That's going to work really well. So now this piece of card is bigger than my Gemini Junior plate, but that's okay because this piece is off at the back, so it really doesn't matter. I just thought it'd be quicker to go through there. So we're going to pop that through, and then I'm going to score it. You can score it or colour it first. It's entirely up to you. So we can, there we are. So that has done there, and then we can peel.
So is there, maybe you're away to explain this in a moment and I'm jumping ahead, but is there a reason why you've not already done it on a scored card blank?
Exactly. Oh, right, now my tape's a little bit super sticky, even though I put it on me, but don't worry, that's the back and I'm actually going to cover that. Now, if I just scored across there, I'm going to have a score line at the bottom of his body, and I don't want that. So that's the reason I just used the piece of cardstock. Don't worry, that's going to be covered up. I've actually got a piece of card to cover that up. I'm going to cover that up, and then, but you see, I kept my tape off. So what we're going to do now, bring in my scoreboard, and because this is why I love having that black line down. It can be anywhere, but we usually put it in the middle. Because I can line up that point and I can line up that point. Now I'm going to get my score tool with the thinnest end, and I'm just going to score down to that halfway. Then I can score between these. Now can you see by using that piece of paper just to line up how perfectly accurate those were. So if you haven't got it to halfway, I often find when I make cards like this, I sometimes just have to get in my paper trimmer afterwards. But, wow, I've impressed even myself. That is a perfect halfway. So if I just show you, you can see that's lined up absolutely perfect. And those are my shapes. Absolutely so easy to do. So the next thing I need to do is I need to stamp. So I've got my stamping platform. And I can actually stamp them all at the same time, because I've got my platform.
That's a good thing with a large platform,
Exactly. So we can take these magnets are just sticking.
And the thing is as well, you know, you've done it on that size of card. If you wanted it to be a longer card, you know, you could have a number of the characters if you want to. You know, you can be doing that.
Exactly. You can have as many on here as you want. And you could, you know, I've mixed and matched the animals. You don't have to at all. So then all I need to do is get my little character. So my mouse first, and then I just line it up. Now the reason I've opened out my card is so that if I'd folded it over, I would have dipped underneath. It wouldn't have been even. Can you imagine? Because where that gap is, it wouldn't have sat quite right. So it really does pay to flatten your card back out. Or if you were doing like I did earlier, and you like the bookmark, you know, if you're going to cut the top off, just trim it off. But this is going to be a card base, so we can then just put this one on, just there. They're so easy to line up. I found them really, really easy. Now you see that one, you want to go like that. No, it goes that way round. There you go. So you've got the perfect positioning every time. So that's going to go on there. Then I can pick those up.
Yeah, and as you've seen, as you just corrected that stamp slightly, initially you maybe think some of the stamps, when you're lining the dies up, are straight when they're not. So that's why it's always good to go with the die first. I'm going to be colouring. Oh, you can't see it. I've got all my alcohol pens, so I'm using my alcohol-proof ink. Okay. You could be colouring these with your waterproof pens. It's watercolour pen, sorry. So you just use your waterproof ink, or you could be heat embossing them. I think, you know, if you're a bit concerned about going out of the lines, then do it with your heat embossing, so that you know you've got the bumper bars. You do,
yeah. You've got your bumper bars.
Bumper bars, I love that.
Well,
what was it you said as well last week? The way you tell. So it was, I'd done a demo with a frame, and it was the zebra, and the back feet of the zebra were behind my aperture frame. The front were at the front, and you said breaking the frame.
Breaking the frame, yeah.
I love your terminology.
Yeah. I just make up words.
but they make sense. That's the thing.
Yeah. We just make up phrases, but to me, that's what it does. I'm often thinking about doing that and breaking that frame so that you've not got harsh lines and everything. You don't want everything standing rigid. Now, look at that.
Look at that.
Absolutely perfect. So don't worry about that little bit, and I'll show you why in a minute. Just if I then do that, look, can you see how we've got that perfect, just like about a 1 millimetre border all the way around the outside. It looks super, super cute. Now, can you see what I was saying? When you look at the back, if you'd have folded it over, it's not a perfect flat surface, so you wouldn't have got that. What we're going to do in a minute is I've got a piece of card, and I'm actually going to stick that on to there, so that the people, so when it's stuck down, it's hiding that, but it's also going to give me a bit more rigidity to my card.
Yeah,
so it's,
you know, we do always point out as well, our low tack tape, it is low tack. However, the pressure of the Gemini is that incredible.
Good. Yeah.
It's that good that it can actually take some of the fibres away. So do exactly what Corinne's just done there and put your tape onto what would not be where your stamped image is going to be, or waste, so it doesn't catch.
Right, now I've got one more, and I'm just going to pop him on just on a single piece of card. And let's just make sure that's nice and level. I can just do that by eye, just put that on, and then I can pop him through, because I want to show you something with that one in a minute. So we can just get that one through. There we go. Sometimes, I don't know about you, do you like sometimes, let's do all your cutting, then do all your stamping, then do all your colouring? Yeah. Because then it just seems a bit more, you know, you've got it, and you're on a roll, aren't you?
Yeah.
With
and it breaks up the stages as well.
Breaks it up, but your head's in the right mindset, I often think.
Yeah, you're right.
So what we're going to do with this one is, I'm just going to cut this quickly for now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that to there, and then I'm going to cut that one to there. And can you see how you can make individual? Look at that. That would be a lovely little place card, wouldn't
That's
it?
what I was waiting to say as well. Yeah.
Oh, for Easter.
Easter table.
Easter table, wouldn't that be gorgeous? Now, where's my? There it is. Let me just put these back onto here. I want that one, so I think put those ones back onto there.
Just while you're stamping that one out there, we've got Colleen that's joining us and giving us a helping hand on social today. Pamela is saying these are so cute. They absolutely are. Lisa is saying hello from Minnesota. Sarah Brown, oh my God, more cuteness characters over the edge. Yep, I'm needing these for sure. Mary is saying, hi everyone from rainy, snowy Minnesota. I hope you're keeping well, keeping safe in there with all that snow. Barbara's saying, hello Team Social and Crafters. I placed my order already. I'm not surprised, over three quarters of the stock is gone already within these ones here. 3/4, is it? No.
No, quarter,
a quarter
25%.
of the stock. I know, I'm getting all my quarters mixed up. Yeah, so not quite that much, but it's going. Sharon is saying, hi Craig and Corinne, will these cute characters be available on HSN in the near future, or will this collection be the same on HSN and the CC website? So if they've not been on HSN as of yet, more than likely Sarah will have them on HSN. Collection-wise, unfortunately, that's not something I'd be able to let you know at the moment, because it's HSN that deal with what they want in collections themselves. But this is the set that we have. So for as long as they stay in stock, or if they do sell out and we manage to get more, it will be the collection that you're going to get. Maybe even the time. Maybe, for instance, if the dog and the cat sells out, it may be smaller collections. So if you want that full bundle, today is absolutely the day to take advantage, that's the word, of that full collection and getting a hold of it. So I just want to answer that one question.
There you go. What a lovely little tag. There you go.
That's so cute.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So we've got our larger card and we've got our little tag. So they work either way. So we're going to just do a little bit of colouring. So let's colour in a mouse on here and a bunny rabbit on here. So then I've just got all of my pens together. So I want my, let's go tan blend, I think was the one I liked on there. So we can then just come in, I've got my pale pink, and I can just, I keep forgetting to put a piece of card underneath. Keep meaning to do that. So we can then just colour in our little mouse. So let's start with his ears and just go here. Now I've used my alcohol-proof ink, so that I can just blend away and knowing that it's going to work. So then I can think, right, it's going to be darkest down in the little corner because I can see down there, and round the edge and round there. And then we can do a little bit of the even darker one just there, like that, and then blend them in. Just blend them. Now I've left a little bit of white in the middle, so that preserved highlight, just to give that impression of the cylindrical shape, round both his ears. There we go. You know what you could start to do as well? For instance, looking at that shape that you're colouring now, start to take what you learned from Leanne and the Colour Academy. Look at your shapes, have a look, see what she's done, follow what she's
taught you with like the cylinders or maybe the ovals, start to transfer that knowledge into even things like your cute characters.
Exactly. So we can then just base and the tip just brighten it up. Isn't it amazing how sometimes they come out a slightly different colour even though you think you're using the same pens?
Yeah,
because you're using different ones. I'm not saying the wrong colours, but they can just look slightly different shades depending on which pens you use, you know. So I'm just going to do a little bit more on here just to blend around there. There we go.
Janice has put, I just cherry-picked what I wanted and then used the discount code, so I saved even more.
Perfect.
Fab, that's what we want to hear as well. As I say, that is there for your benefit. Take advantage of it, you know, as we're giving you a hold of that. Kathy's saying, they're so cute, can't wait to get them. What I want to know, actually what we both want to know, because I know Corrine will be wanting to know the same as well, what character are you going to start being or start getting creative with first? So out of all 9 of them,
yes.
So it's 9 sets, but really it's 18 characters because you're getting 2 within each set. What one are you going to get creative with first? And what are you going to do first? Are you going to do a card? Maybe you're going to use it in a memory book, on a scrapbook, or maybe a bit of home decor. Let us know in the comments. I know Colleen is there giving us a helping hand, so let us know what you're going to be doing with yours first.
I think my next demonstration I'm going to do is a box lid. And they look really good on a box lid because you could even have so that you can see slightly inside, or you can, as I'm going to do, you can you know, cover it up, but they just make a really pretty box lid. So he's quite small, so I'm actually doing him all in one go. You might want to break this down into smaller parts.
And seeing you doing that right now, that's a prime example as to why you didn't score first of all.
Yes. Otherwise, I would have gone straight through. Yeah. Can you see it had gone straight through his body and his tummy? I should have said that. Sorry, I forgot all about that.
No, that's okay. No.
But yes, it is important that you don't score first. Otherwise, you're going to, you know.
The chances are you will do that because I always do it as well at some point.
At some point, you will.
Worst case scenario, it's a little bit of cardstock. Do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. So, you know, you may end up doing it because, as I say, I occasionally do it.
Stamp it and cut it out, but then cut out the whole of the shape and lay it on top. So it just, and maybe put it on with a little bit of foam pads. Then everybody thinks you did it on purpose, that you wanted a little bit of dimension. Perfect. But that's how I would mask that deliberate error.
There's just no such thing as a mistake.
No. So just picking out where it's going to be a little bit darker and just adding in some shade. I think we need a little bit coming behind his ears.
Awesome.
They are so easy to colour. They are absolutely fantastic. Really, really easy. I do love my brush pens because it just gives me that detail. Oh, we could have fun this afternoon, couldn't we?
We could do. I know, because you just heard what I just heard as well. 40% of the launch day collection has gone already. Now, yes, I know we're only 28 minutes into launch day, and we did feature them earlier on in Wake Up Call, but still, in that space of a good few hours, all of that's gone already. 40% of the full collection has gone already. So many have taken advantage within that one there. I'm not surprised. £48.93 or $62.95 where, and I touched upon it a moment ago and I didn't actually realise until I'd said it. Yes, you've got 9 sets. However, you've got 2 different characters within each set. So you've got 18 characters, 18 different characters, and you've got them either sitting or standing as well. So you've got so much craftability. Use them on their own with your Pebble drawing gum, your masking sheets, but then do what Corinne's doing as well, onto the top of your cards, the side of your cards, into the boxes, into your apertures. Maybe you got your double-sided dies that Corinne was showing you earlier on. You know, you could do that into the boxes as well. It's one of those, you start to use them, you start to colour them. And also, as Corinne said as well, what's really lovely about them is they're not overly big to colour, so they're not going to take you a while, but you can still get that satisfaction of the blending and the shading without taking too long to do it. There's a time when you want to just sit for a couple of hours and colour. There's times where you just want to colour a little bit, then get creative. These are absolutely the ones to do that.
And then there's some that, like the sheep and the cows, that don't need any shading at all.
Maybe the zebra as well.
Absolutely none whatsoever. So we can then just put that, I'm just starting on the little rabbit, so let's just add a little bit of shading in here. So he's going to be a little bit darker around the top.
What you could also do, following on from your idea there, so yes, it could be the table setting. If you're doing an Easter egg hunt or whatever hunt that you're doing where you want to use the animals, that's like an arrow pointing a certain way. So you could say, follow this way or something like
lovely,
that.
wouldn't
Your
it?
Gemini Mini alphabet die cut, follow me or follow this way. And you can have a few of them, the different characters. You could be doing that as well. You can be having fun. That's what they're about, fun. They're cute, the characters, and they're fun.
They really are. Right, so we can then just colour around here, just adding in the extra colour. And I want to show you in a minute this tag. So when I was making this tag, I suddenly realised that I didn't have the exact colour ribbon that I wanted. But what I love about these alcohol pens is that doesn't matter. If you've got your alcohol pens, everything can coordinate, and I'll show you in a minute when we get to the end. But that, you know, it's such good fun. And the other thing I would say is very few animals, some do, very few animals have completely black noses. So I tend to go for my dark greys instead of the black. Can you see? It's just that little bit softer. It nearly looks black.
Yes.
But I just find it's a little bit gentler, should we say.
Yeah.
It's just personal preference. Use your black if you want, but for most of them, I sort of mix between the black and the very dark grey when I was doing the sheep earlier.
I suppose it's like you're doing your alcohol stamping or your watermark stamping. Maybe you don't want that strong black, so you go for the flagstone instead. So it's just that little bit subtler instead, as you're explaining with the nose.
Exactly. So then we could, let's just come in with that one. There we go. Just thinking about where my light and shade would be, just on here. Now, what I always have to say is remember that alcohol pens change in colour. So what you think you've finished, when you come back maybe an hour later, can look very different again.
Yeah.
And, you know, you just got to sometimes walk away before you think, oh, I could keep going. But it's worth just sometimes just stopping. Let's just do this. His feet.
Oh, Sharon's got a good idea.
Oh, go on then. What's Sharon's idea?
The mouse would be cute for Christmas cards. Not a creature with stirring, not even a mouse.
Oh, yeah, especially the little sleepy mouse. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. He's already fast asleep.
You could be doing that. And absolutely, we promise you, we guarantee you Christmas delivery when it comes to these items here. So you'll be able to do that well in advance.
That's a bold statement there, Mr. Laird.
It is, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Bold statement. Right, so then we can just come in with the pink for the base of the feet. I went over the line just a little bit there.
Unless they sell out, tough luck if that happens. Fingers crossed we'd get them back in. We're not there just yet, but we're not going to be too close to it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Approaching half the stock.
Okay. This just reminds us of Friday with...
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Because it's funny enough, yeah.
I think we've found where everybody's loyalties lie, isn't it? They like cute characters.
That's the thing.
They definitely do. Right, so we can pop that in there. So then I can come in with my carrot. So we can just come down here. So I'm going to come down and do that just there.
What can happen as well, and you know, I've seen it on other crafting shows and that I watch, where you've got characters or that, and they'll say, but don't worry, it's not too cute, it's not cutesy cute. Sometimes you do absolutely want cutesy cute. Yeah. That's what these are, and by gosh, you guys are showing how much you're loving that from the fact it's approaching 50% is going already. So yeah, they are cuteness overload.
So let's just do in there. So now, as you can see, we can colour in the little rabbit, we can colour in the mouse, just like this, and then you can carry it on. So I've just done one where I've just carried on, but look at that. It's sometimes you've just got to sit back and just let the ink sort of evaporate and do its own business. But when I was doing this, I found some ribbon, and the nearest I could find, it didn't look that orange, but can you see, it was coming out quite yellow. Can you see my ribbon? So all I did was, I got my Satsuma Classique, and then I just went across it. And I'll come down here where you can see, and can you see how it changes? And straight away, I then suddenly had ribbon that was the perfect colour. So you can see now my ribbon is the perfect orange.
Yeah.
Just, you know, just mix and match. If you can't find it, make it
do
work.
it yourself.
Make it yourself, yeah, make it work yourself. You've got the pens,
And
so...
you do a lot, you said, didn't you, with your pearls and that you...
Oh, I'm going to show you that in a minute, because I'm doing, I've got one where I'm sort of doing a grey-brown, and I could not find any grey-brown pearls at all. So I've got one where I've trimmed it all out, so all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my ribbon, I'm going to just poke it through. Where's my pokey tool? There we go. Pop that through there. Come on.
And usually you would think as a tag shape, wouldn't you? You'd be forgiven to think that that's the only way to create a tag. But look at this.
There we go. Let's see if that's going to... There it is. It's through. There. And all I did was just a little hole punch just at the end to create that. And then we can then just tie that. I quite like the ombre effect as well.
Really smart,
that's a bit... we're not going to use that because we're going to trim it down. But it does look... Come on, pull that tight. There we go. So I'll trim that in a minute. So let's bring in the card. And as I said before, what we're going to do is I'm going to pop an extra piece of card on the back there. So I'm just going to do that bit first. And I'm going to do it, the tape onto here. Okay. Just so that, because if I put the tape on here and I end up with glue on these bits, it's going to seal my card shut. So let's just...
Sharon on is it Facebook or Instagram? She doesn't say Instagram. YouTube is saying, thank you, Craig. I've ordered the whole collection. I think a lot of you. What I noticed within Wake Up Call, what all noticed, there was a few of you that said I went on to cherry pick and you couldn't. So you went for that full collection, which I'm not surprised. Kim is saying, the zebra and the giraffe for me, a few makes for my granddaughter who's due in May. Oh, congratulations.
Oh, yes.
Barbara's saying, I'll be using the giraffe as a bookmark for my granddaughter. She's graduating this spring and loves giraffes.
Oh, how
awesome
lovely.
idea.
This is it. It's making everything so personal, isn't it?
That absolutely is. You know, you're right. You really, really are. And also... sometimes you think cuteness, you think of the kiddies or the babies and stuff like that, but your grown-ups are going, I would love a card or a project made out of these ones.
Now, when I was doing this, I sort of took my brown and then I took my orange, but I sometimes find that two colours, when you put them against each other, get lost. So I often will come back in with a very thin white matte layer. Can you see the difference?
What difference?
Just makes that orange pop a little bit more. It's something that I do more and more, just because I find that it just looks a little bit better. But keeping those layers really fine. If you want elegant, you need to get really fine layers. If you sort of want that childlike chunky look, then go for the bigger layers, because you get. It depends what you're after. There is no, you know, people say, oh, how far do you go down in your increments for your layers? Well, it depends what look I'm after.
Exactly.
It really does. And then just some nice...
Plus, the other thing as well, a lot of the time when it comes to these, what you would be doing as well, potentially, is with your alcohol colouring, you're going to be doing these into your Nina cardstock, because you're stamping onto your Nina to alcohol colouring. So although Nina's great for that, not necessarily would you be using it as a carte blanche. So exactly what you're doing there, it adds rigidity to, yes, the front, but then adding that panel to the back as well. It's all going to help. You don't need to worry about fussy cutting them out and then re-sticking them onto multi-purpose card or anything like that. So it all works.
So let's just trim those. And there you go. How about that? And it feels really secure and really firm, but how lovely is that? That is really fun, isn't it?
So smart. That is so, so smart. Really, really easy to construct. But then what you could do is maybe just do two of them. Or you might want to do the mouse and you might want to do the hippo. You might want to do the hippo, the mouse, the giraffe and the dog if you wanted to. Or do 5 or 6. You can mix and match. You can have fun with how much you're going to be doing. Sherry is saying, good plan, Corrine, colour the ribbon to match your needs. Absolutely, match your needs. And that's exactly what we're going to be having a look at right now. So we've got a selection of the tri-blend pens on the show today. So let's go in with the deep colours. So this was being the deep blend. So this is the tri-blend markers. You're getting 24 in this collection here. This one being the deep blend. When it comes to the deep blends here, We'll go over these ones in a second, but today's price being £71.99 or $107.95, you are going to be saving 10% for everyone, but Platinum comes down to £57.59 or $86.36. So 24 pens, but you're actually getting 72 colours, because what will happen is, let's show you, let's go in with this one here. This one's the tan. So if you're new to our tri-blends, and this was actually an idea that Sarah had, and Leanne in the product development worked so hard. Leanne said at first, it can't be done, but then when Leanne says that, she comes back to herself and thinks, no, if it can't be done, it will be done, and they managed to make it work. Tri-blends. So this is the same colour-toned ink that you're going to find within your Classiques, but instead of having 3 separate pens, all 3 colours are in this one kind of chamber. So what we've got here, with the tan blend, so on one side, you've got the light tone. On the opposite side, you've got the darker tone. And then in the middle, you've got the mid-tone. So it's still all coded. So I'm not sure we can quite just see it here, but like your Classiques being coded, so are your tri-blends, so you can still do your shading in that, but you don't need to worry about taking out the individual pens. There we go. So tan blend, TN1, TN2 and TN4. So you know within the one pen you can get the 3 blend shade from that one single pen. And that's the exact same form, and it runs from all of them. So that's all having the 24 pens in total. But then if I show you just on the side as well, sorry Charlotte, I should have showed this one first here, but this is your 24 colours that you're getting here. So 24 pens, but you're getting 72 colours. So each of them, you're going to get the darker shade, the mid shade, and the light shade as well. As Corrine was showing you, you can start to colour in your ribbons, your gems, your pearls, anything like that, resin shapes, all of these you can be colour because they're alcohol pens. So these ones are your bullet nib when it comes to them. What we've also got on the show is we've got our tri-blend brush markers. So this is what you've seen Corrine using throughout Wake Up Call and a moment ago. What you will have noticed as well, she was actually mixing and matching, and you can do that with the brush as well as the bullet nib, because there's the same ink, it's the same tone of ink, it's just a different way in which you apply it to your card. So these ones here being the brush nib. Now these ones, exact same form, where you've got your 24 pens, you've got your 72 colours, because each of them have the light, the mid, the dark. But with these ones, when it comes to applying it, it's the brush that you've got within these ones here. So this is your nice flexible brush. When it comes to these, the way that I explain them is these are your tri-blend versions of your Illustrator pens. So you've got that flexibility, which works for your skin tone, or if you're wanting movement, so your the fur, your hair, the foliage, the branches, the trees, that sort of movement that you want. You've got the light, you've got the dark, and then in the mid, you have got your, well, mid colour within these ones here. So a different way in which you're applying it, but it is the same ink formulation as you will maybe know from the tri-blends or the Classiques. So it's whatever you feel easiest doing. You can still colour in the exact same way as you would do with the tri-blend pens, but it's all about the Japanese nib when it comes to these ones here. So you might find it easier to be colouring in with them ones if you want. So that one there, $71.99 or $107.95. Still getting at 10% saving. This is another one of those collections that we don't necessarily have to add a discount to, because it's part of Spectrum Noir. You know, so many world-renowned artists are joining the Spectrum Noir family that you've seen over the last, months and year or so. But then we're giving you a platinum price of $57.59 or $86.36. Or if this is your first order on Club Inspire, you get your 20% discount and you're going to get platinum price as well. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into something that is mini, but it packs an absolute punch indeed. This is our Gemini Mini. Now what we're going to get within this collection here is the Gemini Mini itself. You're going to be getting your plastic shim, so that's for you to use with your 2D embossing folders. If you use a 3D embossing folder, you don't need anything, it goes straight through. But we're also giving you your 9x3 3-pack of folders. This isn't plate-based die cut, and this is folder-based. So you're going to pop your card and your die inside the folder, run it through. Always remember, in flip and rotate, cut on all 4 edges or all 4 sides of the folder. That's going to prolong your folders. It stops it from banana-ing when it comes to the folders there. But you're getting all of that, $29.99 or $44.95. Platinum as well comes down to $23.99 or $35.96. It's the same amount of pressure that you've got from your Junior, your A4 Gemini, and even your Pro. It's just on a smaller basis. So great for your sentiments. Maybe you're using the cute characters, but instead of using them on the edge of something, you just want to do them separately, then they're going to run through these ones as well. Still your long dies and embossing folders, run it through so far, take it out, flip it round, run it through so you can still do your extra long ones. An absolute must for any craft room. Mine, and like so many of you, have yours sitting on the craft desk day in, day out for you to use. So these ones, do head across to the website. You know, these ones here are all going to add to your add more, save more if you go for that option on our website. We will go over that later on in the show, but so keen, like so many of you, to go back to Corrine and see exactly what we're going to do next with our brand new launch day cute animal stamping dies.
Right, I'm going to make a box. A box. Right, so what I've got here is I've got the decoration part of the top of my box lid, and I have cut this to 6.5 inches square, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down at 1.25 inches, which is that mark here. I'm going to come down, I'm not going to press too hard there, and then I'm just going to score lightly down there. And I'm only doing very light, I'm not doing a proper score, I'm just doing what I'd call a partial score. Okay. And I'm just doing, just give it almost like a faint line, and I promise you won't see it because I'm just coming round on here, and it's just going to help me when I finish. You can come here, and then my final one, and they don't actually, they're not quite met up on some points, but that's not a problem because this isn't my finished bit. So once I've done that, I'm then going to take my lovely little bees. So we've got our just because. So I'm just going to use 2 of the bees ones. That's that one, and let me make sure I've got the right one. That is the bee. Yeah, those are the birds. And then I'm going to pop them onto here. Now I've got my score line, so that's going to show me exactly where to put my dice.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Can you see I'm using my score? So I'm not going to full score, and then we can pop that one onto there.
Okay.
Yeah, that goes there like that. And again, I can put this onto my Junior plate.
Right, yo.
Because that'll work. Let's just lift that up a little bit. Have I got that the right way around? Yep. Put that on, and then we can pop that through. And so what I'm going to do is then repeat that on the opposite 2 sides. Okay. So that'll be absolutely perfect.
Sherry is saying, good plan, Corrine. Colour, I said that one, didn't I? Colour the ribbon to match your needs. Sherry is saying, your colouring really brought the animals to life. Paper combo is awesome as well. What an adorable card, Corrine.
Thank you.
Absolutely, it is indeed. Terry is saying, these animals are totally adorable. And Kathy is saying, just a thought, now we need the farm animal stamp and dies. Actually, this would work with your farmyard collection as well.
Oh, you had a farmyard collection?
We did indeed, yeah.
Right.
Farmhouse. No, it wasn't. Was it farmhouse? Farmhouse. It was farmhouse, yeah.
I didn't know that what you were saying just a minute ago about the mini, your 3D embossing folders go through without any folders. Is that the same for your Go or not?
So the Go is slightly different because that's still plate based.
That's still plate based,
yeah.
Right?
But yeah, both your mini and your MIDI. Yep, if you're using a 3D embossing folder, you don't need anything.
All right.
Just pop it through.
That's really worth knowing. I didn't. You see, you can't learn about everything straight away. You have to sort of pick them up as you go along, and it's brilliant to pick up these. So whenever they're folder-based ones rather than plate.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, now, I have got these into here. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring that scoreboard back in. This is something I picked up off Debbie when I was working with her the other day. So I'm going to come back in, and this time, instead of having a score tool, I've got my craft knife. Have you not seen this?
No, I've
not. Showed us how to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back in at the 1.25 line. So we're not going to, 1.25 line just there. And then we're going to put it into the groove. And, have I not caught that groove? Sometimes it's just worth bringing a piece of paper
just lining up,
to see, just because I'm starting. And all I'm going to do is find that groove. There we go. Where is it? It's just there. There it is. And then I can feel that groove. And then I can cut down in that groove down there. And then I can pick that. Ah, there. I've jumped into the groove just there. You're not going to do any harm at all. So I can pick that up.
I see, that was even a good tip, just using the cardstock to line up the top and the bottom.
Just line up just there. There we go. But it follows. I can feel it jump into the groove, just like that. So I get the perfect cut.
And the thing is, your card's going to kind of cuddle the craft knife. You're not going to do any damage to your scoreboard.
No, not at all. Let's just do... Oh, where am I? On the wrong line. What, have I put that one on the wrong line?
Such a good idea, that. It's nice to see how you can start to form them in the top of the boxes as well, because already, you know, you've not even stamped yet, and I'm already having a giggle to myself just seeing the outline of the characters.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell the way that it's going to look once you've started to colour them as well.
So then we can line that one up.
You're saying you're doing them in the top of the box. You imagine like a shaker. You've got some elements at the background of the characters peeping out as well.
We might have some shaker. We might have a shaker element with this one. So then all I need to do is pop those out of there. Now I've got a little bit of feathering because I've perhaps not got the sharpest of knives. I think it was the same one Debbie was using the other day, and she said it wasn't as sharp as we could hope, but I can sort that out in a minute. So we can then just pop that along there and then take that. And if you've got a little bit of feathering, just... because we're going to have some acetate behind there, so no one's going to see that. So then we've got them all. Now, all of your animals will do this, but I just thought that the bees or the birds, because they fly, it looked the best. So we can take that, and then we just bring in our... I
don't know if I can say what that top one looks like to me.
That one?
Yeah.
Can you not?
I don't know if I'd get away with saying it.
Okay.
Okay, forgive me. Cows' udders.
Yeah, can see that.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, can see that totally. So, if that's what you see.
Yeah.
So
see what you see, and when you see it, say it.
Exactly. So we can then put our little bees on, just like that, and we can also put our little flying light. What have you called them? You know, like the trails.
Crispy lines, the trails.
The trails. And the other thing I'm going to put in is I'm going to put in some of the little hexagons as well. Let's put in the other bee.
So what you can start to do, we've seen what you're doing there. So you've got the bumblebee. So you're instantly, for me, I was thinking of a nature garden beautiful collection.
Yes.
Then with the other animals there, where I was thinking about with obviously the farm yard collection, you could be using, you know, maybe you've got your Violet Studios Easter collection, using the kind of like that spring farmyard-esque sort of papers within these ones here. Maybe you're going to go with your magical papers with maybe some of the other characters. You're going to think, oh, I've got that collection that I could use it for. Oh. What about, we've had some sort of like animal skin, animal print, adorable scoreable from Hunky Dory in the past, starting to use these ones as well.
That's what I love, is when you start to bring all the different collections together, because you know, this is just a stamp and die set.
Exactly.
But you've got so much more in your collection, so we can then just pop these down here. Let's just make sure that's all the way along there, and then lift that up. How perfect is that?
So
and
smart.
Then spin it round. So I found that I then had to sort of go in with a few more hexagons once we'd finished, but you can do that. So let's just pop that one in there.
Because that's the thing, because all you need to do is just line up the character stamp with the outline. The embellishment stamps, you can then just be stamping wherever you want.
Yep, exactly. Exactly, so we can then pop that one just there, if you don't stick to your hands. Let's do that one that way, just so it goes in the opposite direction, so that we're not totally uniform. And then let's pop hexagon just there.
Loving that.
And then it's up to you. You can come back in and put a few more hexagons in if you wanted to, a few more bits, accessories. You could even put your sentiment on there if you wanted to too. I've actually not gone in with the sentiment on this time, but you could quite easily, in any of these white gaps that I've left, put yourself a sentiment.
And then if you want to add more detail, more depth to it, if you think back to the Be Beautiful collection, if you think back to our animal silhouette collection with the bumblebee, we've got the dies in there that the waste that die cuts out are the little hexagon.
Yes.
So instead of stamping them, why not actually pop those little die cut pieces on with foam pads or glue gel if you want that extra bit of depth. So again, having a look at not only what's in collections, but what's waste from collections, tie it in with what Corrine's doing here.
Exactly, exactly. Right, so we've got this here, and then it's more of the same. So this is such an easy one to do. You're really not going to need many colours. Now, I've got one of my art liners. I picked these up out my discovery boxes. I don't know whether art liners, you can buy them individually. I've only got
on
them.
the website, yeah.
Because I've done a few colouring shows, and I've got a couple of the discovery boxes. I found them in there, but yeah, so that's where I've picked up mine from. So then we can come down here, and I'm just colouring in the sort of the arms and the feet, and then the antennae. Can just come in with the black. There we go. And then that arm.
This is another one of those where you don't need to necessarily do a lot of colouring, do you?
Do you know, I was just about to say, there's hardly any shading to this one. If you didn't want to do shading, it's so easy. But I'm going to show you a quick tip to make the wings look the best that I think you can. So we can do that on there. Then we can come in with, I'm going to come in with my yellow. So I'm going to start with so these are my tri-blends. So just come in. And I think if I've picked it up right, I've only picked up I've tried to pick up colours that are in one of the two boxes that we've got on today. So they're either in the tri-blend, the brushes, or in the deeps. I was trying to do that. There might have been a couple of times I might have had to step out, but most of the time I picked up those colours from there. And then we can just add a tiniest little bit of shading just on here. And again, I'm just doing a little bit at a time. Just bring it down.
That's it, 'cause although they're not big, just take a section at a time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's a huge big stamp or a diddy little stamp like this one. Break it down, section at a time.
Yep, exactly. Let's just give them some little cheeks. There we go. Can you see how it's coming together? And then we're just going to do the same on the body. Just down there. And again, to make it look that little bit more rotund, once we've done that, we're just then going to bring in the deeper colours from the edges. Just bring them in. But I often find I start and then I realise I need to come in a little bit further. I don't know about you, when you colour it, it's the same when I'm colouring the petals of my flowers. I always think, just touch the edges, but actually you need to come in a lot further than you think, because by the time you try to put in your next colours, you're almost running out of space. So you can see we can do that, and then once we blend those in,
the thing is, don't be daunted by that. You can see what Corrine's doing there and just going back and reapply it in a little bit more depth. You've still got that freedom to do it.
But look at that, doesn't his
look
tummy?
At it. Honestly, it looks so smart.
So rotund, doesn't it? It looks lovely. Now, the next thing to do his wings, now you wouldn't colour them in, but if you just get something like your blue, this is just my true blue. Now this will pale up quite significant. This is true blue 2. If you've got a true blue 1, TB1, that's possibly even better, but that one is, I think if I remember rightly, that was really pale, was TB1, or mine was anyway. So I'm just literally just edging round the edges. Oops, missed ink join up.
Well, it's interesting you've just done that there, because Shay Cole has put Craig, when you're using ice grey on colouring for outlines, which ice grey do you use from the Classique collection? There are ice grey colours 1 to 10. I just love the way it looks, thank you. So actually we had a similar question within Wake Up Call, but regarding the tri-blends. And because the tri-blends and Classiques and the tri-blend brush is the same ink formulation, I tend to use most of the time ice grey 2. Tri-blends or Classiques, that's what I use. But what I also said in Wake Up Call, it's actually what Corrine's doing here, is some others will tend to do other colours, so maybe a light blue instead of an ice grey. So I personally use ice grey 2, but as you can see there, you could be using maybe like the light of a true blue or any of the other blues or shades that you want. It's personal preference.
Yeah, yeah, it just really lifts it. Where am I going now? I want the pink for the cheek. There we go, just a little dot of pink. just lift that. And it didn't even matter that some of my yellow had gone onto the cheeks or the eyes, because I did them second, so it covers that up. Let's just put the black antennae in. We can put those in just there.
It actually looks like it's been a printed image or a topper that you've then just popped out yourself. The colouring of it is just awesome.
And it's so easy to do. This is where I've been for the last 3 days. Colouring for the last 3 days. Hubby's not seen much of me. I think it made no difference to him when I said, oh, last night I'm off to work, because he hadn't seen me. I'd been in my craft room colouring for 3 days. There we go. So we can put that onto there, and then we can come in with the yellows, and we're doing exactly the same. So I just wanted to colour these two to show you that even though they're sort of the different orientation, one's sort of flying head on, one's coming to the side, you can colour them in exactly the same way. Just leave that band down the middle so that that's the palest bit, and then it will help it to look nice and round. And
we're in trouble, Corrine.
Pardon?
We're in trouble.
Oh, go on, why are we in trouble?
Sandra Dundas. Craig, you and Corrine are a bad influence. I was resisting, but I could not keep it up, and I had to cherry pick 6 of them.
Oh,
well
done.
You're gonna love them. I don't feel bad.
I hope she used her April 2 code.
I hope so. Hope you used that one.
Oh, but if you've yes, it is
so
6, because it's 2 items, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was trying to work out whether that was which one it worked out at. Right, so then we can then just come in with my blue again. I'm not doing any shading when I do the wings. I'm just literally just outlining like that. And there we go. So that's all I would do to colour those. And you can see just like that. And then
that's cool.
When you've brought them in,
wow.
Doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
You can add in as many hexagons or as few as you want. So we can put this together on a box, which is great fun now. This is the bit that really comes to life. So all I've done is taken 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I've made a box using my scoreboard.
Okay.
So this is what you can do when you've got the tools, isn't it? So easy to do. So let's make our box, because I need to know which is my base and which is my lid. I could probably work it out, but it'd be easier to see.
I know, I do that as well sometimes.
I've done that. Oh, I know what I did. I was really organised. There you go, look. Lid.
Lid.
Lid. Because I'm going to cover up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know it's going to be okay, because I'm going to build onto there. So, somebody said that the other day. Put it on your lid if you're going to put, then you're going to put decoration on.
So you know which one.
You know it's your lid, because you're going to put, and you're going to stick things on top, so no one's going to see your L.
It's funny you saying that, because yesterday I was doing prep for my hobby maker shows on Sunday with the mini memories. And obviously I wasn't doing box, I was doing the mini memories. But on my panels I was doing L for left, R for right, T for top, B for the back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to label them, because I thought I would sit there at home and think, I'll remember which one's which, and then we'd go live and it'll be like, what one was I going to put where?
Exactly.
So yeah, little notes on there. So if you watch me on Sunday, you're going to see exactly what I mean by that.
Right, actually, I might just score that and leave that one for a minute and work flat.
Okay.
Does that? Because it might make life a little bit easier. Right, so that's going to be my lid. So I'm going to take, I've got lots of bits here. I'm going to take my bits here. So we've got our finished one, and I'm going to put that directly onto some acetate. And luckily I put some red liner on, so you can see we've not got another one, another invisible thread scenario. Now what I do have is an invisible pokey tool.
What is it with you and your invisible today? Invisibility.
Blimey. Right, there it is. There it is. Right, so I've just got some nice thick. At this point, we're going to be doing. We're going to do a shaker with this. So it's going to be a box, but it's also going to be a shaker.
Okay.
But at this point, this won't affect the bits. So you can see I've not quite gone right to the edges, but that's absolutely fine, because it's going on the plastics. Going on top, so it won't hurt one bit. There we go, so we can put that on there. Then all I've done is I've taken some black and some blue. Now I stuck these together, and then I did exactly the same, and I used my scoreboard to cut out the centre. So we're going to pop that onto there. And can you see how fine that black is?
Yeah, really
I just
fine.
wanted it to edge, but I just thought it worked really well. And then I'm going to put my tape on.
Do you know what works really, really well? And it's not something I really do, but it goes to show how well it works. You would automatically, for me anyway, would do your blue layer first, but your darker black is that fine matting layer on the outside, but you've done it reverse. You've got your coloured image, but then you've got the fine black matting layer, and then the lighter blue after
Isn't it strange how we all do things slightly different? Right, now, so I've got my acetate, you can see. Now, this is where I've had to be careful, because can you see there, look? I have sealed it absolutely perfectly, because I don't want it to come away. So what we're going to do is I've got a square of cardstock, and that's going to fit, can you see, onto there really, really easily. So what I've got is, I had a die, this was just in my stash that I had at home, that cut me out a panel with little hexagons in. So I threw away the panel, and I kept my little hexagons. Now you should have seen me trying to make sure those didn't go all over the place.
I bet.
Now you could add in a little bit, I might have a little, have I got a little tub of glitter? I thought I had some glittery bits.
There usually is, isn't there?
Is there some over here?
Usually we find
there's a little bit of glitter. I'm only going to put a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a sparkle. Let's see how many of those we can capture. Now I've used a 5mm foam tape, and I love using a 5mm foam tape for shaker boxes, because it just means that everything doesn't stick statically. Now what you can do is you can run across it with your anti-static bag that you do your stamping with.
That's true,
and that's just going to take the static off your acetate if you need to, just so that all the bits don't stick to it.
If you got the Bibby's jumbo foam roll last week, I know she had a 4mm one within that one there. But don't forget, if maybe you don't have the one, because the one that Corinne's using, it might be our one that you've got, just double up.
Just double up, yes, just for ease. Now, can you see, I've cut the blue smaller than the full size. It's bigger than my square, but it's smaller than my card, so it's not going to be sticking out. So that's going to give me a little bit of help, so I don't have to be absolutely getting it exact. So you can see it's starting to clip, but you can see now it's completely sealed, but I've also got little bits of foam that are going to catch just there as well. What I'm going to do is, I want wet glue. Let's just go with the big bottle of wet glue on here.
Now, if you went to someone with a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock and one of those stamping dies, that would scare a lot of people to think, how the heck am I going to fill a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock with something so small? Look at that. Look what you're able to, you know, Corinne's not even finished yet, but then just create it into a box, and you can absolutely make that full.
Absolutely. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So you can see, look at that. And then we just come in and make a, that was definitely easier, not to make up my box lid. Sometimes, you know, when you think, you're sitting at home thinking, oh, this is what I'm going to do for my demo, and then you suddenly go, just, it would have still worked, but this has definitely made it that little bit easier, and then I can just put my corners together, just like this. But what I wanted to show you is, these are brilliant for cards. We've done a bookmark this morning, we've done a card, we've done a couple of cards, but we've done a box. You know, they are for all sorts of uses. They're just absolutely fantastic. So there we have, let me just make sure that's nicely sealed. I've done about a 2-inch lip on there, so we've got the perfect base. And how about that? Now, if you wanted to, you could stamp all the way around. Before you made it, you could have stamped around the edges, but that might have taken us a long time. But how about that for a box? Isn't that great?
Absolutely incredible.
Looks good, doesn't it?
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. You know, the great thing as well with having you certainly here part on the team is taking your creativeness that you know, bringing it in with our Crafters Companion products. Because the thing is, well, all of us on the team, you know, myself as well, when we found out Corinne was joining us here at Crafters Companion, we were absolutely buzzing. The best way for me to explain it, and I know this will make no sense to Corinne or most of you, it'll make sense to Johnny, and the fact is, where Corinne was before is like AEW. we are WWE and we've managed to get a hold of Cody Rhodes. That's what it's like. It's like, no way have we actually got...
I think that's a compliment in that.
That
I don't
is an
get
absolute
it.
compliment.
I don't understand it, but I'll take it as a compliment.
Wrestling fans will know exactly what I mean about, but that's an absolute compliment that we've managed to get you here at Crafters Companion.
I did see your social media at the weekend. I thought, oh, Craig's a happy bunny.
Yes.
Happy bunny, the wrestling is on.
I was, but I am that old now that I cannot stay up till 5 in the morning to watch it.
Is it because of the time difference? Because it's on in America, that's why it's...
Right. Yes, it's all the way to 5 a.m. for 2 nights in a row. I don't watch it that late, not now. Anyway, here we go. Half the stock has gone. Some of you were teetering on the edge there, and what you've actually done, as soon as you've just seen that box finished with Corrine, you've gone and checked it out as well. Some of you still got them into your baskets because we can see the joy of technology. Johnny can see who's still got them in the basket. They've been there for a few minutes or two. So what we're going to do, give you the opportunity to check them out. If you have heard me talk about Club Inspire throughout Wake Up Call and this show, but you're still not quite sure as to what it means, well, what we can do is we can get the boss herself to tell you all about the benefits of Club Inspire. Here we go.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
There we go, so that was all about Club Inspire and just about the shipping from Ben. You'll see Ben again in a couple of weeks. He's having a little break with the family, hence why you'll start to see some of us just popping in and helping out when it comes to this side of Crafters TV. something that it's always been quite busy here in the UK, but this is absolutely going to be your last chance to get a hold of what is an exclusive to the UK, is our Rose Gold Gemini Junior. This is our Gemini Junior die cutting and embossing machine. Why is it called Gemini? Because it's a twin function. It does your cutting and it does your embossing as well. So our Gemini was the original one on the market with a pause and reverse function. Many have come along and recreated it with their machines because it's such a useful button to have. So within this one, you've got your power, you've got your pause, your play, and you've got your reverse as well. Everything that you'll have heard and know and love about the Gemini Junior White Edition, but the only difference with this one is the Rose Gold. Now, here in the UK, a Rose Gold Gemini Junior at half price. That is phenomenal. Half price with today's price being $99.99. However, platinum price comes down to $79.99. If you are a new member to Club Inspire, you'll get it for $79.99. But if you pop it into your basket for add more, save more, you're going to get it for even less than that as well. If there's ever a time to consider getting a smaller die cut machine, I say smaller because it's A5, this is absolutely the chance to get them. This colour's only been seen here in the UK. It was in a UK exclusive because you guys stateside, you've got some exclusive colours a couple of years back as well. This is the absolute last that is remaining now. Many of you actually took advantage of that add more, save more yesterday. That does end at the end of today. So although we've got not a lot left, what I would say is don't take too long to think will I or won't I. Here in the UK, take advantage of spreading the cost, which you can absolutely do that across on our website, but it is the Gemini Junior. It does your cutting, it does your embossing, but then you're embossing with things like your stencils as well. The Gemini Junior is what's going to work straight away with your foil press. You don't need anything extra with it as well, but then think of your embossing folders, not just our embossing folders, not just our dies, all of the dies out there in the market. The only ones that won't, of course, fit, just that elephant in the room when it comes to the die cutting, is your big deep dish things that you'll get from Sizzix and that. They won't fit, but don't fear, because here at Crafters Companion, what we do is our own range of multimedia dies, so they are thicker, so they'll still start to cut all your different thicker materials that you might know the deep dish dies do, but ours will then do it within the Gemini Junior. All of those you can check out on the website. $79.99. It is a UK only deal and machine when it comes to the Junior, so do act fast if you're thinking about getting it for yourself or maybe a gift. It does, of course, work with our brand new launch day, which is our cute character stamping dies. And Corrine, lots and lots of things, nice things everyone's been saying about your demos so far. That box is absolutely phenomenal, and also a few people as well that's followed your crafty career over the years and said how much they absolutely love seeing you here.
Thank you.
At
I
Crafters
love being
Companion.
here. It's really good.
We just absolutely love having
Thank
you
you.
here as well. Absolutely. And I can tell you, in fact, when we actually found out you were definitely coming, self and Debbie Robinson were on WhatsApp going, oh my God, have you just seen? It's been confirmed. Because obviously I seen you dotting about here a couple of times.
You saw me here, but before I came
Yeah.
up, I saw Debbie at the canteen somewhere else, and I said to her, what do you think?
Yeah.
So we had, but it wasn't confirmed, that was just me coming to talk.
I know,
Yeah.
it was funny as well, because I remember one day you were in, and I think it was the day it was announced, but you were in and Keith was here. So I was doing the selfies and we were in the canteen, and I was like, I really want a selfie with you, Corrine, but we'll have to wait until everything's made official. But yeah, we love having you here.
Thank you.
Everyone at home loves having you here as well.
Thank you very
so
much.
Let's see what you're going to do next.
Okay, right, so we're going to use Pride and Joy. I really think this one is super cute. Now this one, there's a couple, and I'm trying to, let me just have a quick look, find the other one. The couple of dies in these look slightly different. It's that one, I think there's only the, oh, and there, look, and there, right, there's 4 of them. So what you'll see is you get a die. You know when we said they're open at the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
You've got a couple, look, can you see where they've got a bar across?
Yeah.
Now, you've got it here in your Elephantastic Day with the hippo. You've got it here with, that's the giraffe. And here with the little fawn. Can you see?
Yeah.
But that, if I show you on here, it's not a cutting blade. So what it is it's the animal. Let me just put the right way. Can you see when the die sits there, it's where their legs are. Now, it would be very easy just to have had you would have had a solid piece there and it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So what they've done is where they want to do your show so that you can see the difference between the front and the back legs,
Wow.
they've put, it's not even a score blade, but it's just a piece of metal that holds that tiny. Could you imagine if that was a separate die?
Exactly,
That would have been gone.
Oh my
That would
gosh,
have been
yeah,
gone.
yeah,
I
that
am
would
the
be gone.
world's worst for things like that. So all I've done is I've got a piece of card and I used my, my Ultimate Pro, and I scored it in half for the A4 and then did the gatefold score to go there.
Yeah.
And then I just cut off a piece at the top as well. So this is exactly the same. So this is just the top of that A4 card. So this is how you make a Z fold card. So I'm going to take that and then I'm going to do, get my dies and I'm going to put, that was my box fall over.
That was Harold.
That was the box just falling over. There we go. Right, because I stood it up. So we're going to take all of those. Let me actually, I might just use this piece of card to find a good spot. How deep did I want them? About, that wasn't a bad guess, about like that.
Does anyone remember the song? Maybe it's just my childhood, or maybe it's just in. Oh, Johnny's went. Oh, here we go. Do you remember that? And can I just say, I can't sing. I cannot for the life of me sing. But remember that song is, we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo.
How about you?
You can come too. We're going to the zoo, zoo.
Is that
zoo.
what this one makes you think of?
It does, yeah. There you go. Thanks, Johnny, for joining in there. Charlotte just wasn't feeling it, clearly.
No, didn't hear Charlotte. Didn't hear Charlotte.
Have you not heard? Oh, you're still a young thing, though, aren't you?
She's tricky. She does know that. She can't not know that.
I don't believe her either.
All kids. It's like ingrained in you,
It is,
like
isn't it?
wheels on the
Yeah.
bus.
She's lived a sheltered life. There's no internet in Morpeth, you know that?
There we go. So I've just got those in a straight line, nice straight line. I have gone straight in with my larger plate here. Again, I could have done it in the junior in stages. It wouldn't have been a problem, but just for speed, we're going to go straight back in with the larger one.
Did you just hear that?
I did.
Just well over half the stock is gone for this one now. It's not going to be long until we're approaching 60%, but at the moment, it's well over half the stock is gone with this full bundle here. There is options to cherry pick 3 if you want to, but what we would say, many of you have gone to do that, but then you've just realised it's more fun, it's more collective, and obviously the better value is there if you go for them all. $48.93 or $62.95.
Yeah, I was trying to work it out without a pen and paper. You know this, the April code, so you get 15% if you have one item.
Yeah.
So although we say £48.93, it's going to be a lot less because
it is.
everybody's got 15% of that.
That's true.
If you bought 2 sets, that would give you 16% off. So it's still...
I'm just nodding.
Yeah.
Nodding. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I have no idea.
Right, okay, so this is going to be, oh, that one just slightly moved. I didn't tape it down properly, but I've got a neat one we can show you. So once you've done this, we can then, now I'm going to have to stamp in goes, because look, he's coming out of my stamping platform, but that's not a problem. We can just stamp it in sections. Let's just do 2 at a time.
See what that one shows you perfectly as well. You know that little notch you were on about in between the legs?
Yeah.
That shows it off perfectly.
It does, doesn't it? Now, actually, I learnt this one the hard way earlier. Let's drop that down there. I did this before and I ended up covering up one of the notches, and then
okay.
You don't want to do that because that's where your feet sit, isn't it? So if you
Yeah.
cover that up, you've it's not as good, so we can put that there. But it doesn't matter where you put it on the board. So let's find our animals, and then let's find the right ones even. Now, we're going to be a little bit wonky because that one moved, but I can show you a neat and tidy one. Oh, do you know why I love working here? Because I get brought cups of tea.
No.
And it won't be any old tea.
Nope.
Do you know what it'll be?
What?
It's Earl Grey tea.
Do you get Earl Grey? Oh, I get Tetley.
Oh, I drink mine black, you see, so I like Earl
So do
Grey.
I.
Oh, it's a bit too strong for me.
Is it?
Thank you.
John makes the best cup of tea. So does Tracy, actually. Yes, there's a very quick story on that one there. Tracy makes lovely cups of tea. So does John. But to start with, John didn't put sugar in my tea.
Oh no.
I
If
didn't
you're
tell
used to
him,
it.
so it's not his fault. But I felt that bad after like the second and third time. I just didn't bother telling him to take sugar in
So
my tea.
does that mean you stopped taking sugar in tea because of that now?
No, I got to the point once, someone was about and they said, Craig, do you want a cup of tea? And I went, yeah, please, weak and 2 sugars. And John went, I don't put sugar. I was like, yeah, no, I didn't have the heart to say it to you. But yeah, he does. He makes a really good cup of tea.
So we can then just pop this on here. Now this one, we have got all of these beautiful background stamps. So we have got, let me turn it over. So you've got You're My Pride and Joy, Go Get 'em Tiger. Then we've got the leaves and the paw prints and the grasses as well. Oh, some more leaves down there. So this is where you're going to have so much fun with all of those elements. So we can then just pick that up, pick those 2 up, and then come on here. There we go.
Imagine having a sparkly giraffe. Or,
Yeah.
you know, because you could go pinks as well if you want to go purple. It's a girly
Who says?
character.
I mean, I've been true to the animals
Yeah.
here, and I've coloured them as they should be. But who says you've got to?
No, of
you know,
course.
you could
You don't
colour
have
them
to.
however you want. So we can pop those to there, and then we can take that
And then
off.
you can create your scene. Now, obviously, you know, these are our characters. These have been designed in-house by Leanne and the product development team, so they've got absolutely no association to things like Disney or that. However, you can start to create maybe like your own Lion King sort of themed card fronts or project. If you've
Yeah.
got mountain or hill stamps or rock form, anything like that, you can start to build your own little scene as well if you want to.
I'm just trying to remember which way round I was doing this. I had a little piece of paper. Oh, yeah. So I did the tiger with burnt. Yes, this is the tiger colours. That's all right. I forgot which way round it was. So he's really easy to colour. So all I need to do is just come in and just come all the way. Let's go round to there and all the way around here. And then we can just come in with our burnt orange.
So even before you joined us, was colouring something that you always loved to do?
I didn't do as much,
Right.
but I did enjoy it,
Yeah.
yes. It was one of those, if I had the time, but as you know, we were saying, because you posted a card that you did for fun the other day, didn't you? When I say for fun, just because you had enjoyed it. Was it a visible image
Oh yeah,
one?
visible image, yeah.
We have very little scope for that, do we?
No, we
It's
don't, no.
Very little.
No.
I always try to make my mum's cards.
Yes,
Mother's
Nat.
Day, Christmas, birthday. They're ones that I always try to do.
There's certain ones you have to, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you get your head in your hands if you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are the ones that I always try to make sure I do. And I always used to make everybody's cards, but do you know, it's time. It really is.
It's nearly
Just-
impossible now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, so I've gone over his nose. I'm going to colour that in grey. So there we go. Just add in a little bit of shade. Then I can just come in. Again, I'm not going to colour in his nose in black because I just think looks nicer in grey. Just looks that little bit softer.
Mm-hmm.
And also what I'm going to do is just drag a little bit of grey round from the sides because I'm thinking this bit's going to be white, but we'll just give it a little bit of a grey hint. And then I wanted, my pink. I used my pink.
Because then what you could also do, I'm not sure if we've still got our glossy highlights in stock, because both myself and Corrine had them on Friday night. They are in stock. You've got a clear overlay with it, actually.
Yeah.
So even the tiniest of dot of the glossy highlight on the nose would look quite smart.
It would, wouldn't it?
You could be doing that, absolutely.
There we go. So we can do that. And then we can just move on to his body. And then we can come down here. This one.
Or the glossy highlights, if you're using the elephant, you know, if you have it so it's got the water spurting out its trunk.
Oh,
and
yes.
you can do the dots with the glossy highlights. That would be fun.
I think elephant might be the next one I do.
it?
So we can grab some highlights if we'll have time. Yes, we can get the elephant one done
I
as
know,
well.
I keep forgetting that it's only 2 hours, this one.
Yeah.
Since our new schedule started on Monday, when it comes to our middle show and our last show, although it's the same start time, what happens is if we don't have any of our friends here joining us for today, for instance, like today, then our live show sticks with 2 hours. But like tomorrow, where we have Be Creative, then what happens is each show goes to 3 hours, not Wake Up Call, just the middle and last show. That is so that you get a full hour with Be Creative, but you still get 2 hours with us as well, or Corrine or Becky that's going to be in tomorrow as well. So that's the way that they work. Although the times are the same, it's just the length will change depending on if we've got... There are what they tend to call, they call it, I don't like using it, but they call it third party because we're having our friends, our third party coming in to join us. So that's the way that the shows are working now. So just to let you know, that's why today's are 2 hours, tomorrow's will be 3 hours.
So tomorrow morning, it's Becky and myself and Be Creative on Wake Up Call. So it's going to be a busy old show in the morning.
Well, won't it?
Yeah.
And I am determined to have a long lie tomorrow.
Are you?
Yes, I'm determined to.
Well, are you staying down? I take it you're staying down then at Hobby Maker?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause it's a bit far for you, isn't it?
Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah.
You see, because it's quite close to me. It's only an hour and 15 minutes from me. So I could stay over, but I could also quite easily drive home.
Even then, that's still quite a lot for you to, certainly if you're there the next day, because I'm there Saturday, Sunday, that's why I'm staying over on the Saturday. But even then, that's still a fair distance for you if you were to come back the next day.
Yeah. I'd like to say I miss hubby, but maybe I miss the dog as well.
The dogs, yeah. It's the dogs. I'm the second week of May. I'm going back to Scotland just for a flying visit, do whatever show I'm in on that Friday and then go to Scotland for a flying visit. Of course, I cannot wait to see my mum and stepdad. I am looking forward to seeing Clemmy as well. That's going to be great.
But look at him. I mean,
look
we've just been not really. I mean, I've not done any different techniques to what I've been doing from all of the others. Just literally colouring it in and adding the shade. So let's quickly pop over to our lion. I just have to think about that. So sometimes I just find that piece of card is going to be the weight. I just try to remember which one of these is the palest. Or let's go with that one. So I can just do his face, just coming in just here, up to the muzzle. There we go. Just like that.
And when it comes to, for instance, either the bunny rabbit or the cat or the dog, if you've got one of them at home, now chances are you're not going to have a lion or a tiger or that at home. You might do. You might work with, obviously, not that obviously circuses have animals now, but zoos or that, you might be working with the zoo. Cats and... Seriously? So,
do you know how people just make comments? They just drop, I mean, people can't hear, but they just drop that bombshell, don't they?
I've known you for a good, well, that's just over 3 years now, Johnny, and you've kept that from us. So say that again. So your sister-in-law is a tiger keeper at the West Midlands Safari Park, and her husband is a lion keeper at the same place.
Wow.
Wow. So, if they were to get creative, they could then start to colour these in the form of the animals they look after in the zoo. You caught me off guard on that one, because I didn't think anyone was going to be white tiger, white lion.
I love West Midlands Safari Park. Been there so many times.
I've never been. I would love to go.
It's from here you wouldn't, but it's sort of... What you need to do is you need to arrange to have a Monday and a Wednesday show at Redditch and stay down and go to West Midlands Safari Park on the Tuesday, because it's not far.
Is it not far?
It's not, I would say it's within 20 minutes, 30 minutes of...
Yeah.
Can't be much more than that, maybe a little bit more, but it's not going to be much more.
Because what I have thought, on that train of line, but go to Alton Towers. Because I see the signpost for Alton Towers when I go there.
Yeah, I don't know the time. Yeah, my bearings aren't that good.
Theme park here in the UK.
Yes. Are you a big ride?
I love theme parks.
Do you?
Oh, I love a roller coaster. Yeah. The more loops, the better. Can't do vertical drops, but I can do vertical in a roller coaster. That's why I love going to Florida. The Kraken and SeaWorld. Oh, amazing. love it. But yeah. Although, do you know what I'm not good at?
Go on.
You know, they're not necessarily rides, but you know your live action, you know when you get people that are dressed as zombies and that, and they come up to your face. Oh, I'm not good at that. I'm not.
Right.
I think, yeah, they're chasing you. I actually think they're going to come for you. So that I'm not good at. But loop to loop and roundabout and roller coasters and all that, yeah, love it.
Just giving his mane a few sort of splashes, so you don't even have to blend those there, and then we can come back in with a slightly paler colour on his body. Let's come in just here, just bringing it right now. This is just the space colour, so I know that looks very pale at the moment, but I'm going to build up on that. But you know, if you've ever watched Leanne talk, the base colour, actually I keep forgetting to put my piece of card underneath, keep forgetting on here. I was doing it at home, but I'm forgetting here. Your base colour goes down to give you something to blend onto.
Yes.
Your base colour is just there to saturate the card. It's, you know, if you get that base colour on right, then it's doing. So I've started with a really pale one, and then I'm going to build it up. But you can still build up with more than one colour, well, more than the pen. So
yeah.
Even though I've got TN1, I've got lots of different colours here, so you can build up. So you can see he's starting to get a little bit browner here. So we can just come round there and then just come in just there. There we go. Let's just bring in those colours. It's going to be darker under there. This back paw is definitely going to be darker. And then we can come in again.
I could honestly watch you colour all day long. Do you know that?
Thank you. And then I'm going to come in with the tan colour just there, all the way around, just.
And then what you can do, if you don't have the tri-blends, but maybe you've got the full classique, just follow exactly what Corrine's doing there. It's just, because what's in the tri-blends is what's in the classiques.
Yep.
It's just, the classiques are over 3 pens, not in the 1. So you're just doing exactly what Corrine's doing, you're just using the 3 pens.
Yep. And I do use the classique sometimes. You know, if I find that I've not got a tri-blend that's the right colour, I will just mix and match. So your tri-blends mix even better than with your brush ones, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, mix
just
and match.
Mix and match.
Well, it's how we say, you know, your colour blend pencils work really well to add extra depth to your alcohol colouring, whereas, you know, your tri-blends brush can work really well with your tri-blend pens or your classique pens, so go for it.
Just added. And the other thing I always say is trust the process, because sometimes when you're coming in, you're thinking, no, it's not looking right. But by the time you've then added in your extra highlights and you just work it, you've got to work them sometimes and really work those colours.
So it's just step back, it's like you say, isn't it? Once you feel you're finished, step back, give it a wee moment or two just to evaporate. But that's so dimensional.
Just going to bring that. I'm not quite happy with that leg. Let's just see if I can drag that colour. Just, there we go. There we go.
You're right, actually, Johnny. Yeah, that's like an illustration on a children's book.
Let's see. Oh, we've got a nice little bit of extra dark on here that we can just mix and match. You see, I've mixed the pens completely. You don't have to stay with the same one all the time if you don't want to. You can just.
So from that line alone, if you refer back to Leanne's Academy of Colour, so what you're doing now, that could be like an oval. Then what you're actually doing now on the leg, that could be the cylinder. The face of the lion, that could be a circle.
Yeah.
Following on our little simple shapes when it comes to shading.
There we go. We're going to.
Look
Oh,
at
I haven't
that.
done his tail. Let me just quickly do his tail. We can then just come in. I might go starting a bit. That's a bit pale. Let's start with that one. Let's go on that one, and then I've got a little bit darker on the tips, just there. So once we've done that, I then just need to trim them out, and I'm going to do exactly the same on my scoreboard. Just like that. And doesn't that look super cute? Absolutely fantastic. Now, this is when I then got in with the rest of the pens.
Okay.
The stamps rather. So look at this. So those, all I did was I got that little leaf on my block and I just went randomly, different heights. Can you see how it's, I've not tried to make it uniform. Some have dropped down, some of them, and then blended it. So we've got our stamp and we've got our Go Get 'em Tiger.
That looks as though it's come out of one of our 6x6 paper pads.
And it isn't, it's just off there. So where's my card base? My card base is like this. So if we've got the longest and then the shortest. So I go shortest and then longest, and that's going to give me my Z fold. So I've got some fantastic papers, and again, just using the papers that we've already got. So we can then...
What about as well, kids' parties? So if you do the little napkins, follow on from what you've done there. It could be like a napkin ring.
Yeah.
Obviously not as long, around the napkin ring. You could then start to wrap them around the base of the party hats if you wanted to. So if you're doing an animal, a jungle sort of theme, a zoo theme when it comes to parties.
Oh, you could start on this. This could be, this Z
Cupcake
card
wrappers.
could be your invitation.
Yeah.
Then you can, like you say, you can then do your all the bits on the, you know, your tableware and everything like that will all link together. It will all come perfectly together. So we can then got that on there. Right, so what I'm going to do now, yeah, got it the right way around. So I've got some lovely paper here.
From our Autumn Blessing collection, isn't it?
From the what collection?
Autumn Blessing.
Yeah, I think I wrote it down on my piece of paper. Yes, I've written it down on my piece of paper, Autumn Blessings.
I can tell, because it's the one that's got lots of kind of like tartan in it.
Aye, right.
That and our Christmas gnome collection had a lot of tartan in it.
Ah.
Yeah. I'd put forward in one of our product development days full paper pads of tartan.
Yeah.
So what they decided to do, instead of just doing full pads of tartan, Leanne said to start to incorporate it into some of our paper pads so that it complements each collection that they're in, which I thought was a really good idea.
It's good because some people might find a full pad a little bit much,
Absolutely,
mightn't they?
yeah.
And you just see, just around the edges with the inks as well, really, really makes that pop. There we go. And then we can pop that one in there. So if we then bring this one back in, so I've got the same, what I've done is I've swapped, so that paper, so I've still got the same paper on the long, but then it will contrast on here. Now, when I did this, I put one like that. Now, do you see his tail drop down? Yeah. So it was quite handy having him separately, because that one will go there, so it's in a nice straight line. But this one, I had to come in with a thinner piece.
Okay.
Because of his tail. If I'd have gone the same height, I would have dropped off half his tail. So that one, we can still link them up. But can you see, we just dropped it down. So then we're going to fold that over. Now we're going to fold that shut, and then we're going to add our tape while it's shut. Because then I'm going to have my tape in exactly the right place. So we can then shut up our card, and then pop that one
This looks
on there.
awesome.
And that's going to go on there. Press that down, and how about like that? So catch up there in a minute. Is it coming? There we go. Look at that.
How awesome is that? Isn't it cool?
I think that's actually worked right. So Go Get 'em Tiger, you're my pride and joy. Yeah, very deliberate, not a happy accident at all.
Well, put it this way, if I was in the crowd watching a wrestling show, I would be chanting, "This is awesome."
Thank you.
Johnny got that one as well. Yeah, absolutely. You know, joking aside within that one, that's so fun, and so the way that you can start to incorporate these cute character stamps with your concept cards as well. Right, what we're going to do is let's have a demo of the show, so we can then see who or what demo. We know who it's going to be. It's going to be Corrine, but what one? So what have you done?
Demo one was our little bunnies, showing you, let's say, how they were sort of designed to come over the cross up top of your cards. That was the original sort of concept, but you can take them so much more. But then again on the tag. 2 was our fantastic box. Look at all that. I love it when I get the right amount of sparkles inside.
Just enough.
There we go. So that was 2. And then 3 was our pride one.
Beautiful.
How about that? So you got 1, 2, or 3.
The choice is yours. Colleen's going to tally up the votes and she's going to get back to us to let us know what is the winner. So what we're going to do is, although we've only got about 15 minutes left to go, I'm going to give you the chance to vote and also check out your baskets. You've heard me bang on throughout the last 2 shows about Club Inspire and why it really is, in my opinion, the best club out there. If you're thinking, Craig, I'm not in Club Inspire, but I want that £39.14 or $50.36, how do I go about it? Well, she is coming up later on, but here she is just now to tell you all about our Crafters Companion, Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
There you go. That's everything that you need to know about Club Inspire and what we do here. We don't call it work. It's wrong for us to call it work. We have too much fun. Talking about fun, do you want some fun in a mystery bag? It's exactly what you're going to get within this one here. So, mystery bag number 2. Now, we're starting at number 2 because even before Wake Up Call, you sold out mystery bag number 1. So, 1's gone, it's away. We've got mystery bag number 2. A quarter of the stock is gone already of mystery bag number 2. This is Sarah's cartload mystery bag number 2, but what we're doing is we're just showing you within the end of launch day as well. You might want to pop them into your basket and take advantage of that. Buy more, save more across on our website. So, will I show the same 2 that I teased earlier on? Yeah, oh, I can show a few more. Right, so here we go. This is what we showed earlier on. This is what we've got here. So we've got our centerpiece as well as our Connie Fong. Let's show you Sharon Callis. And then let's show you, let's go one more. Let's go, oh, no way. That's not that too long launched. No, it's not. So that plus many more that are in here. £30, $40, or £24 or $32. That's if you're platinum. It works out that you are, well, it works out you're getting over £100 or $120 worth of product for that price on the screen as well. So that's mystery bag number 2. It is on Shop the Day, not Shop the Show anymore, Shop the Day. Go across, have a look there. So that was number 3. This one, that was number 2. We're now on number 3, and it's amazing how you take away number 1 and how the numbers just disappear in my head. This one is number 3, also a quarter of the stock. Kind of shows maybe that many of you are going for 2 and 3 at the same time as well, which why not? So same idea, £30, $40, platinum, £24 or $32. It works out that you're getting over £100 or $120 worth of goodies in here. So this is what we showed you earlier on. So you've got Sharon Callis, you've got Create a Card, and you've got this funky sentiment here within that one there. Then what we've got is, what will I show you within here? Let's go, this is going to be good for the Jubilee. We've got our bunting. What's the actual word for that? Pennant, that's it. Yeah, pennant. Or you've got 12 dies within that one there. And then let's show you even something for your foil press as well. Invitation sentiment there. You've still got more to come.
In that bag?
No, yeah, there's still a few items in this bag.
Wow.
Yeah. So this one was number 3 within that one. So that might go against your buy more, save more. So that's that one. And then this one here, number 3, a fifth of the, number 4, sorry. See what you do to me, take away number 1. No, I can count, I promise I can count. Number 4. What we've got within this one here, £30, $40, £24 platinum or $32 platinum. Within this one here, you're getting over £100 or $125 worth of goodies. So we showed you Sharon Callis, we showed you Stamp and Die, Create a Card. What one will I show you now? Oh, this is perfect for the cute character Stamp and Dies. What about Penny Slider? You don't want that post-it note. That's just to remind me. That's to remind me it's number 4, and I still get it wrong. Penny Slider.
That's perfect. So every one of those animals is now going to work with your Penny Slider.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a must.
That is an absolute must. If you can only go for one, I know I have the fortunate position of being able to see what's in them. If you can only go for one, which many of you are going for number 4, hence why it's most popular so far with a fifth of stock gone, but this one is giving you that penny slider element there. So all of your cute characters, so yes, there's 9 collections, but within each collection you're getting 2 different animals within the cute character Stamp and Dies. So that's now 18 characters that you can turn in to a penny slider now. You definitely need this one here. So still more to come within that one there. £30, $40 or £24 platinum or $32 platinum as well. £100 worth of goodies or $125 worth of goodies when it comes to that. So we're going to showcase these even more when it comes to Cartload later on in the day with Sarah. If Sarah doesn't show you everything, I'll show you everything. Although I'm pretty sure Sarah will.
That's a promise.
Cartload. Yeah, well. Yeah, just getting in with the boss there, you know. Rightio, let's have a look at the... no, I don't...
You're going to show us everything.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to show you everything. No, I'm not going to show you everything. Everything that's in the bag, maybe, we'll show you everything. Right, so we do have a winner just come through it. We're just quickly going over the cute character. There we go. Right, let's do the winner. So the winner of Demo of the Show that's going to go up against Corrine from earlier on.
Do I get Demo of the Day? Because Sarah doesn't demonstrate in Cardload, do I?
Good point. Good point.
We've got time.
Good point. Demo of the Day?
Okay.
Right, so the winner from this one is number 3.
3.
Number 3.
I thought it was going to be... There we go.
There you go.
Right.
So we've got... I'll reach across. Well, I'll give you that. I'll let you do that. So let's do Demo of the Day, seeing as it is a Cartload.
So we have number 1, which was our crafter card from this morning. And if she demos, it's just hard luck. And then demo 2 for demo of the day is our cute characters. So 1 or 2.
There we go. So, Colleen, hi. Do you mind doing us a little count again for that one there? That is now going to be for demo of the day. Just with it being cartload, don't tend to do demo-based projects within cartloads because it's all about the deals. But here we go, talking about an incredible deal. You guys have absolutely loved this launch day collection. This is the Cute Character Stamp and Die collection. Over 125 elements when it comes to the stamps and the dies. In total, actual characters, what you've got is 18 characters, but you've got them in 2 positions. So there's loads of things that you could be doing. Embellishment stamps, including the outline die as well for the characters. So everything I'm going to be showing you here, £48.93 or $62.95. That's the today's price that everyone's going to be paying. You get 20% off. That's the way that it works out. But then if you're platinum, that comes down to £39.14 or $50.36. 60% of this full collection has gone. What we're going to be getting, let's quickly go through the boards here. We've got Utterly Amazing. So we've got our otter as well as our beaver here. We've got the embellishment stamps within the deer as well as the squirrel. Then we've also got the cow and the sheep. We've then also got the bumblebee as well as the birdie. We've then got our lion and tiger, no bears, oh my. Then what we've got is our elephant and we've got our hippo.
They're super cute.
They're super cute, aren't they? Super, super cute. We've got our giraffe and also our zebra. And then we've got our cat and our dog as well. So you've got all the characters, you've also got all the embellishment stamps as well. You've got the outline dies to work in conjunction with them if you want to do them on the edge. That's what you're going to be getting. I know you've got some finished samples, don't you?
So just think about things like your easel cards. So these are absolutely brilliant for your easel cards. So they can just pop over the top. How brilliant is that? Then we've got, you know, showing you how, just like I was showing you earlier, you can cut them out separately if that's what you want. So, you know, we've made the card a little bit shorter by only having 3 of the animals on the top. And who doesn't love our cats and dogs? I didn't realise what a nation of animal lovers we were. We really are. But look at that background paper. If you haven't got background paper, that is purely made with the stamps.
It's awesome,
so
isn't
it's
it?
absolutely brilliant. Now, I wanted to show you these two because look, there we've got the little birds and the bees. But look at the bees by adding glitter. Can you see little glitter to the wings? Looks amazing. But this colouring is absolutely fantastic. This is Lisa, and I wanted to show you. So what she's done is she's gone in with these greys, these greens, and then she's just done little dots of pink. But doesn't that look realistic? I don't think you can actually see. When I look at it close up, it's amazing. The colouring is amazing. Can you see, when, especially this middle one here, the little dots, but when you pull out, it just makes it look opaque, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah, it's such a clever colouring technique.
Love
Beautiful,
that.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you can be doing things like that. Oh, and I've got one last one here, a bow-fronted card. There we go. So you can have those just like that, if that's what you want. So many different ways to use these. I just think you're going to get these and you're going to think, oh, like I did with the box. Oh, I'm going to do a bookmark like we did earlier. Oh, I'm going to do place settings for Easter or a party invitations, new baby cards. They're just going to be staples. They really, really are.
Absolutely. Whether, you know, you're 2-year-old or whether you're 92-year-old, you're going to be able to use these in a form. You know, we've got Father's Day coming up in June time. Always confuses me how here in the UK and America, Mother's Day is different, but Father's Day is the same. Not that that matters. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, lots of different occasions that you're going to be able to use them for. Corinne, I've had an absolute blast again with you today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So which one have we got going through for demo of the day?
Demo of the day goes to number 2.
2?
Yep.
Oh,
Not
lovely.
surprised.
That's good. So it's our launch day, our cute characters won through on that. I'm so pleased.
Absolutely. So we need to, yeah, actually, it's a good point. We need to get Corinne on the board as well, you know, because plenty of demo of the weeks coming your way, that's for sure. I know that for certain as well. Right, so you're going to be back tomorrow?
I am. I'm back at Wake Up Call in the morning, showing you some bits from the Masquerade Ball, and then I've got a masterclass all on the Masquerade Ball in the evening, but we've got Be Creative with us all day. So
We do indeed.
We do. And so, yeah, I think in the morning it's going to be really busy because it'll be me and Becky with Softer Side and Be Creative. So it's going to be a really busy morning tomorrow morning.
Absolutely, and I'm actually going to give you a heads up as well. If you're wanting to do something different when it comes to crafting, maybe you want to stick with the soft craft sides, although still stick with paper as well if you want to. Check out Justin and Gordon tomorrow with their Be Creative products. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm away to get myself sorted. We're going to have a look at the full poll for Cartload. You can have a look across on our website. Remember, everything now is no longer Shop the Show. We've made it so much easier for you guys. All that you need to do is go onto our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu, go into the top, go shop the day. Everything is there for you to shop. I'm going to be back with Sarah in a couple of hours. Go and get yourself sorted, get a cup of tea, something to drink, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye.